A real good combination here, this 38. Eddie Pardue has come over from the 16 at Roush to be the crew chief on this 38 with Jason Leffler, and he's really liked what he's found at Braun Racing, and he and Leffler have been spending quite a bit of time together, getting to learn one another, getting to know one another personally and professionally, finding out what they like. As you see Kligerman in on the pit stop, they really like the combination between Leffler and Eddie Pardue, starting to pay off with some good runs, having another good one tonight.
As Parker Kligerman, as his stop is finished, 17.5, won't win the award. And as they continue out on the racetrack, as you can see, the 38 eating up the 33. Here comes Danica Patrick for her first pit stop. She comes off in 28th position, Doc.
And first scheduled of 3 stops today for Danica. They're going to be very, very deliberate. A little bit tight in the center of the corner, a little bit tight up off. Her car started very loose, but she sat there and was very patient with the car, and it changed. Air pressure adjustment in the right rear for Danica. Also try to free it up a little bit in the center. They don't want to get it too free, though. 4 tires, top it off with Sunoco fuel.
And you saw the NASCAR official waving about something on the right front.
Yeah, it looks like they were struggling with the lug nuts on the right front, and then an official was pointing there and wouldn't let them leave until they addressed that.
Harvick's in, Jamie.
And he's pitting 3 laps shorter than they anticipated. He came on the radio 1 lap ago and said, Ernie, I don't like the way this right front feels. Let's check it out. Let's pit early. 4 tires, track bar adjustment. He has been tight and he's been losing time on the track. They're going to fill it up with Sunoco fuel. We'll see if this will pay off and they take care of the problem. Marty.
Ryan Newman is also in. Remember, he ran out of fuel at lap 58 last year. Look at the 18 on the right side of your screen. There's Newman going out. And our race leader, Kyle Busch, trying to get around Michael Annett and Stephen Wallace, putting them both a lap down. There's the 38, Vince.
Well, there's Jason Leffler. We told you just a moment ago about the contact or the camaraderie between he and his crew chief, and he just told Eddie Pardue, we're pretty good. I don't want to touch it right now, so it's just 4 tires, no changes for the 38. Dave Burns.
Brian Scott's car was a little bit tight in the center of the corner, so they'll make an adjustment for him. New crew chief Jeff Stankiewicz making the call there for Brian Scott on pit road right now.
Brian Scott leading in the Rookie of the Year standings, but right now they're trying to turn last couple of races where they haven't been performing as well as they have wanted, and a slower stop there at 16.1. Race leader has pulled it down pit road. The 99 of Trevor Bayne, Logano's in, and we'll send it down to Dave.
And when he was back in traffic, he talked about his car being quite tight, but he said clean air is a miracle. And so they made a smaller adjustment, track bar and air pressure, than they had planned on earlier. Vince?
Kyle Busch, they're going down on the track bar 1 round, also making an air pressure adjustment in the left front. The car's a little free. They want it to turn just a little bit better in the 18.
Brad Keselowski is still out, and we can tell you Trevor Bayne has also made his stop. He is pulling back out. Also, Jason Keller in the 35 has completed his service. And there is Jamie McMurray, Doc.
Scheduled stop for McMurray, just a slight air pressure adjustment on the 88 car, the Chevy for Junior Motorsports. Jamie coming from all the way in the back of the pack, coming around the left side of the car, putting left side tires on, making sure they get it completely full of fuel. They have to make 2 more stops, so McMurray is down and away.
And Brad Keselowski is also pulled in. There you see the tires going on the right side. And we already got word that the 18 was too fast entering, so Kyle Busch is going to get a penalty here while this pit stop continues. 6 is in. Ricky Stenhouse is making his stop. They're working on the left sides already, and boy, he's getting hot, guys. Look at the steam.
Yeah, they'll do that sitting when you come in and sit on pit road a little bit, so everything should be okay there. But I was watching Kyle Busch exit pit road, and I made a comment that I thought, man, he looked like he was awful fast in comparison to some of the other cars he was around.
Carl Edwards getting some great fuel mileage coming in on lap 59, Jamie.
He's great at conserving that fuel. He stayed out to lead a lap, got 5 extra bonus points. The call is 2 rounds up on the track bar, 4 tires, fill it up with Sunoco fuel. They warned him, do not speed. They are watching, do not speed. They tell Carl Edwards as they continue their stop around to the left side. And the wrench was in the back. See if it's a clean stop for Carl Edwards. And he's down and away, guys.
And that means Justin Allgaier has now cycled through to take over the race lead, but now he has pulled down into pit road to make his first stop. Willie Allen's also on pit road, we can tell you, as is Eric McClure and several others. And here comes Justin Allgaier as we ride on board, Jamie.
And this 12 car has been lacking stability all day. He needs overall grip. Air pressure adjustment and track bar is the call to try to fix this car. The wrench in the rear window. 4 tires. See if Justin Allgaier, you saw the tire see if this helps him. He has been one frustrated driver all day long, Marty.
And as he comes back out, we're still waiting for Kyle Busch to serve his penalty. There goes Morgan Shepherd after his stop. And here he comes down pit road. So this, a very costly penalty. He's really got his work cut out for him.
Well, if anybody can make it up, he can. He's done it before.
Did it at Charlotte in May.
Yeah, he's definitely got the car here today to make all of that happen. It just, I don't know if he lost track of what he was doing. It just, you could see the cars that he was going out of pit road with, and he was just so much faster. So, sometimes you lose your focus a little bit.
So we'll wait to see where this cycles him through after serving the penalty. Now let's go back and show you exactly what you were talking about, DJ, in relationship to everybody else on pit road.
Look, he's gonna pass one car here. And then you can see with the 99 how he was closing on Trevor Bayne, who was up in front and almost getting to that point where the speed limit ends. So I don't really know what Kyle may have been doing right there, but it was obvious to the eye.
All right, this was one of the problems during pit stops for Ryan Newman. He lost a lug nut on the right rear, and then also we talked about Danica Patrick. She had a problem on the right front. And you can see the official saying, fellas, you're going to have to fix this before you go back out. Means Danica right now is 26th position, one lap down. Stay with us. Riding with Reed Sorensen here at Chicagoland Speedway. Let's talk about the 2010 FIFA World Cup because it's going to continue on ABC tomorrow and Sunday. First, tomorrow, Uruguay takes on Germany. Third place game, 2 Eastern. Then Sunday, Netherlands takes on Spain in the final at 1:30 Eastern. Which nation wins their first World Cup? 2010 FIFA World Cup on ABC tomorrow and Sunday. Welcome back to the Dollar General 300 powered by Coca-Cola. Make sure to go to NASCAR.com for all your latest NASCAR information. And Reed Sorensen right now 13th with Ryan Newman, despite his problems, right ahead of him in 12th. A little bit of wiggle there as the sun still in their eyes as they head down into turn number 3. There's your top 5 after 68 of 200 laps. We have gone caution-free. Remember, last year we only had 2 cautions all of last year, so this is not uncommon. Dave, let's get an update from pit road.
On Reed Sorensen, Marty, he started 20th and ran up to 15th, actually 14th before this round of pit stops, but he had a vibration the whole time. He couldn't figure out what it might be. He thought about stopping way early because he thought it might be a loose wheel, but it didn't get any worse. So when they pitted on lap 54, they took all 4 tires off, looked at the wheels, there was nothing out of balance there. When he got back on the track, he said to his crew, it feels darty. Something's definitely wrong in the front end. And Marty, now they'll have another chance to look at it perhaps as we've got caution on the racetrack.
So we have caution for the first time here on lap 70 of 200. So a good long green flag run. And the word is it may have been the 27 that sort of brushed the wall and brought this caution out.
Yeah, they've been stretching his groove up pretty far, but
Justin
he got a
Lawson
little too high up in the middle of 3 and 4.
I don't feel
some
too
damage.
bad. It was just a light brush.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. I mean, it looks like they're going to be okay if they get some tires and maybe pull on those fenders a little bit.
Well, let's see who this helps, because right now Brad Keselowski is the race leader. Remember, we talked about Kyle Busch and his speeding penalty? He was in 6th place, 19 seconds down. This just helped him a ton.
I'm not sure he needed any.
Yeah, he was.
When he just made up all 19 seconds.
Yeah, it certainly is a big help, but he was way faster than anybody else on the racetrack. I think he might have been a little bit ticked off.
Well, he always does get the bit between his teeth when things don't go well. But our first caution here, as we mentioned, as we've completed now 70 laps, we can tell you we have a total of 16 cars on the lead lap. Jamie McMurray is the last car. And it looks like it'll be Brendan Gaughan who will get the Aaron's lucky dog. We'll confirm that. Update that. Now remember, everybody stopped roughly between laps 53 and 60.
Yeah, this will set a lot of cars up. You see Danica Patrick in the 7 will probably stay out and take the wave around to try to get one of her 2 laps back. And I think you'll see maybe quite a few cars do that because we haven't run that many laps since they pitted.
Yeah, the other guy's making major adjustments that the cars aren't handling very well.
Well, we got a couple of takers with Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano. Vince, you're up first.
Well, that 38 of Jason Leffler did not like that recent set of tires. They made no changes, but he said he had a bad vibration, so they're going to stick with no changes, but they are going to put on 4 fresh Goodyears. Dave?
And they're going to change tires here, too. We'll see if it's 2 or 4 for Brad Keselowski. He said the entry was definitely looser, which he liked on the start of that run. It's going to be just 2 for Brad. Jamie?
Ben Harvick was your pole sitter. He does want Chase